Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Benny, your true nerd, and welcome back to City Skylines, where I've figured out what went wrong last time and exactly how to fix it. Because some people were telling me last time the problem was I was introducing these stupid one-way systems into my city, and what I should have been having was like sensible grid systems, and people gave me all sorts of interesting ideas and advice and linked to resources that showed you the most efficient way to set out a city. And what I've realised is, you're all wrong. The problem with my last city was it didn't have enough one-way systems. So, just to prove you all wrong, I'm now going to try and build a city in City Skylines with nothing but one-way systems. Oh yeah, the game agrees this is a good idea. The music did still crescendo just as I was introducing that idea. The game's totally up for this. Ooh, this one looks nice. River Run. Yes, here we are in River Run. Lots of resources, some nice rivers, all that good stuff. And the city's name will not be Rockwood. The city's name shall be Good Road. Welcome to the town of Good Road, where everything will be great. Oh, you see, this is looking good already. The traffic is just desperate to get over to us, but just has to turn off because sadly there's no city yet. Ooh, actually, we've got multiple ways we can enter this city. Okay, I like this little block right here. Yeah, okay, this looks less busy over here. Okay, we should probably start. Actually, this will be an easier way to start till, you know, we figured out exactly how this system's all going to work. So, what we need to do is give ourselves a nice little kind of, you know, runway into the town right here. And now I've got myself a plan here. You see, I've actually been, you know, genuinely been thinking about this. I'm not just doing this to troll fans of City Skylines. I've actually been thinking of the best way to do this. And what I need to do is, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to do it properly. So the best way to do that would be, here we are, a 6-lane one-way road. So, in order to do this, all I need to do is, I need to have this. Well, actually, I have this as like a nice bendy road, curved road, yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create the world's largest roundabout right now. So, we're going to drive on the left. I'm going to treat this like it's Britain. So, I'm just going to create a ludicrous roundabout here to start as, like, you know, the whole thing that this city's going to, like, rotate around. So, we're just going to create this massive roundabout here. This huge 6-lane... It's not quite... Okay, it's almost round. Like, there's... Like, I agree. It's not perfectly round, but it's pretty bloody round. So, we've got ourselves this huge, great roundabout. I shouldn't have done it that way, should I? No. What I should do... Okay, hang on. I've got a plan to make that better. There we go. So, now that's actually just a perfect cycling 6-lane thing right here. And what I'm going to do then is we're going to have, yeah, this is just going to feed into... No, not straight. It doesn't need to be bloody straight. Just give me the freeform tool, all right? No. Yes. There we go. So what I need to do now is just have this bend into here and have as a... No, I want it to feed in. I don't want this to be... Okay, hang on. Can I control that? Wait, I've got a plan. I know I can make that work. If I just make this into a nice 6 thing, and I just make this go up, because if I make it go up, then yeah, I can basically force it to be like a merging thing. That would be fine, yes. Okay, that wasn't actually going like how I planned it to go at all, and it still hasn't like merged. It's still got a thing there when I want it to be a... You know what, it's fine. That's fine. That's good as a starting point. So, now I've got the roundabout and the perfectly sensible entrance lane, and I'm also going to have to... Okay, now I just need to have the roundabout feeding off over here. Right, yeah, there we go. Lovely. So now the roundabout feeds off as well. This is not a good start. Okay, it's fine. What I need to do now that I've got the mega roundabout, is what I can have instead is... Shut up, it's fine. We don't need to, like, have stuff. What I need to do now is I need to basically have all the different districts branching off this first area, which is okay. So... yeah, we can have some water coming from over here and stuff. So let's actually have, yeah, the first residential area close by to the water. That'll be good. So now we can simply have, coming off, like, over here or something. No, proper curved roads here. We'll have this coming off over in, like, this direction. And then we'll simply have... what's the best way to arrange a one-way system? Okay. I think, actually, what I had last time... Okay, what I had last time didn't work, but I think I figured out how to fix it. Actually, no, what I've just done there's probably not a good idea. I don't want, like, things going directly onto the motorway or the giant roundabout. Okay, fine. The rest of them won't do that. What I also need to do is I need to have this, like, going around the outside and forming, like, a secondary tier of housing. The secondary tier of housing is going to go around here, and that's not going to join up to here. That's going to join up to here instead. And now the tertiary tier of housing is going to do the same thing again. That's just going to go out to, like, here, and then here, and then... Okay, that wasn't really what I was planning, but that's fine. And then, like, round to here. There we go. That's spot on. So all of that now is going to be, shut up, all of that's going to be now residential. Here we go. This is it. Yeah, this is it. 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 This can be, you know what, these can be good homes right by the roundabout. It's fine. So it's going to create a whole bunch. This is all going to be living accommodation right here. Good. So now we've got living accommodations. Marvelous. Don't care about industrial zone yet. Let's just get some people in the city. Then we'll start worrying about that. Next thing's next. We probably need some form of, like, power or something. Basic wind turbine as a starting point. Where have we got some? Ooh, there's wind. There's wind up there. Good. So there's plenty of wind there. We'll just build ourselves, like, one of those right here. Congratulations, the first city's power plant. One, it's not a power plant. And two, who the hell are you? Literally no one lives here yet. We have literally 0 residents, so I'm not sure who you are. Right, let's just get that power over to the people. Lovely. Right. So, that's that power. That's going to be fine. That's probably going to be fine. Electricity starts flowing. Good. Good, good, good. Admittedly, not over to the right area yet. Okay, we need to get it a little bit further. If we just get, like, some power over to... Is that good enough? I think that's probably good enough. Right, you also want water, you fussy plebs. Well, that's absolutely fine. You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to give you a water pumping station immediately because we are going to need that sooner or later. And if we put it over here, and then sewage down here, that'll be fine. So that will all be okay. We'll put you right there, and bring some piping in, and life will be good. So let's just cover all of these houses with water. These people actually bought their houses and moved into town without checking whether there was water, which is impressive. This is not good laid out piping, but it's okay now. And all of you, and all of you, and let's just get some more piping to cover all of this area, because we'll probably want to provide, like, stuff to all of you too. And go on, a bit more piping for you as well. Nice, good. So that's water and no, wait, I know what I'm doing here. So, now just a bit more power over to, like, here, and, screw it, we'll just have that there. Lovely. Good old pylons on water, I'm sure that's fine. Good. Good, good, good. So, now... Oh, yeah, you want waste as well. That's okay. We can do that immediately, too. And one waste pipe over here. And just pipe that into the system as well. And boom. Lovely. And you also need power. And with that, everything should be... Okay. Yeah? Everything should be fine. Everything should be okay. Can we... I think we're out of all money. Okay, we're out of money, but now people are going to start doing, like, stuff, and everything should be... Yeah, flowing, flowing, flowing. Good! City is perfect. Now, what these people need is some jobs. Let's have some nice kind of, you know, commercial real estate around the massive roundabout that makes this city work. So we're just going to have, yeah, all the real estate around here. Good. What I want to do now is need to provide these people with some jobs. That may create a little bit of pollution in the form of industrial zones, but that's okay. So, actually, what's the resources looking like here? Give me some resources if you can. Oh no, I can't actually have designated zones anyway, so it doesn't matter. Fine, we'll just have some... Yeah, we'll just have some industry down here. Some industry down here will be fine, because we do need some industry just to get people some jobs, get some money coming in, because we're making a loss right now, so that's, yeah, we definitely need some more stuff coming in here. That's okay. Oh, I've got literally no money. Right, in that case, I need to take out loans. I can't take out loans yet. Oh, when am I allowed to take out loans? I need 460 people before I can take... Okay, so now I'm just basically stuck taking a loss. I can't do anything. Right, I may have made some errors here. Just defund everything. Defund everything. Can we make a profit if I defund everything? Slightly, yes. No, not quite. I can... Oh, no, maybe. Not quite. Okay, they need the power. They don't need all that water. I should have just built a simple water tower. Okay, there we are. Now we're into making some money. Lovely. Now we're into making some money. And that means soon I can create ourselves some industrial, which is definitely in demand. And as you can see, the city's traffic is flowing perfectly for the moment. Marvellous. Yeah, I can't build more industrial zone right now, okay? I need to actually lay out an industrial zone first. But that's fine. We're actually getting some money in right now, so we'll be okay in a second. Right, so let's get ourselves a nice basic industrial zone coming in here. So, off the first central roundabout, what we need now is, yeah, one coming off in this direction, a great big industrial zone. More like, say, over here-ish. Yeah, there we are, though I do not have enough money for this. Oh god, road is expensive apparently. Road is like stupidly expensive. You know what, we'll just kind of build it as we can. Look, there's clearly some going on there. I know that doesn't go anywhere. We'll loop it round as soon as we can. Okay, as soon as we have the opportunity to, as soon as I've got enough money, I will build more flipping road to kind of like make this whole area loop round. So, more around like here. Yeah, there's a bit more. There's a bit more flipping industry that you can have. Well done. More industry. Throw it down. Oh, it needs power. It needs power and... is it not piped in? It's close to piped in. It's fine. There we are. And can't quite afford pylons or piping right now. There we are. There's some pylons. Good. Power situation dealt with. Power, by which I mean there's nowhere near enough power. So we need to throw up a new turbine. That costs 6,000. Well, you're just going to have to bloody do without for the time being, unfortunately. Right, just put up the... Yeah, put the electricity over capacity for the time being, and that will kind of solve the problem. Soon we will have enough people that we can actually get ourselves a loan, then I can actually build some infrastructure, and it'll be fine. And also, you can all go home, because I'll actually be able to, like, you know, build roads. There we are, little hamlet. Good, I can take out a loan. That's marvellously good news. All right, everyone, stop, 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 stop. Okay, good. We can now go massively into debt. That's what we need to do. Loans, loans, loans. Good. Right, don't spend all of that money on a big power plant, however. We just need to spend it on, like, you know, stuff we actually need. So, let's just shove more stuff up here and up here. There we are. 3 wind turbines will keep us going just for the time being. Lovely. Then I don't need to spend all my money on that. And I can actually afford some new roads. So, now we just need to get this road looping round to... It feels like there's still quite a bit of demand here. So that's okay. So in which case, it's this going just round here to round here. Yeah, still got plenty of money. And now we just loop that into... Does that work? Yeah, that works. And then we just need a little bit more. We can just, like, have a little bit that's, like, going over, like, more in this sort of a direction. And then, like, round here. And then, like, round here. And then joining up with, like, here. There we go. Good. All of that, industry. Industry, 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 spot on. And also that bit over there for no well-explained reason. That's probably not helpful. You can just be commercial. There we go. So, just make sure, yeah, that's going to have... power. Hook it into the water grid as well. Make sure we've actually got ourselves some flipping... There we are. Water that. Good. Good. Alright, that has got to be enough industry for everyone. So get that going. Green energy is the best, so we should now have enough energy starting to flow through the system, right? Energy through the system. Energy through the system. Yeah, there we go. Plenty of energy for now. Plenty of water for now. Check if we need to increase that. No, we are good. Okay, so that's going to create huge amounts of industry. That's going to create jobs. That's going to create taxes. Can I put up taxes yet, by the way? Am I allowed to put up taxes? Yes. Yes, I can. Everyone now gets a tax increase. Good, good, good. All of you start paying 12%. You seem to be happy paying 12% last time. We need that flipping money. All right? So everyone's going to be all right. Now I need to start thinking about how to make a one-way system properly work. Because, as you probably noticed, right now there's a bit of a kind of a problem, which is everybody gets constantly stuck on these little streets. Also, don't park along the 6-lane street, you stupid bastards. I need to find a way for these people in order to... Oh, yeah, I should create a rubbish thing as well, shouldn't I? Yeah, create a basic, like, a rubbish thing, just some basic landfill. That could be like... That services this area around here. Yeah, that's fine. Shove that down there, that's okay. So now there's trash. Good. What I need to do is, I need to find a way for the people living here to get over to the industrial estate nice and easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically give them a way to bypass the roundabout. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to do a system of flyovers. So, like, say, this over here, we're going to have a, around here, yeah, in this direction. So, up a little bit. No, more like over Okay, apparently that's gonna destroy some stuff, but that's fine. So around here, why is that demolishing anything? Don't demolish. Oh, I'm just demolishing pylons. Oh, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. We can fix them like later. So just like have this going round to here. Yeah, this is good. This is good. We're just demolishing. I think we're just demolishing pylons. Okay, that's not working. That's not good. That's gonna destroy the road, which is bad. Okay, we can loop this round here. Yeah, okay, now this is good. This is good. So get that down to there now, and what we need to do is we need to have this now feeding into, and it needs to feed in like right into to here, but then if it feeds into there. Okay, it's not going to work for everyone, but it's going to work for some people, and it's going to knock down these two buildings, but that now means that the people who live, the people now who live, okay, it doesn't work for the people who live here, it doesn't work for the people who work here, but actually, no, that's not so bad, because the people who are working here at the people who are working here, they can go around here, they can loop round. It's probably still faster. Also, are we over capacity for power again? Electricity consumption. Why are you not? Oh yeah, it's because I destroyed the pylons. That's fine. We'll fix that. It's fine. So you no. Now the roads are getting in the way. Now the roads are really in the way. What if I put I just put one to hit. Oh, does that work? Yeah, that works. Then you two just start passing electricity. Yeah, electricity. Good, electricity. Good. Right, everything's fine. So, that's now working fine. Now, probably time to start thinking about some education, isn't it? Yeah. Slap down a basic school. Now, I saw the problem with this last time, which is when we slapped down a school, what happened was, because the one-way system means it affects less people than it feels like it ought to. So if we want to affect everyone, then we've got to have it if we just shove it here, then, then it doesn't. Okay, if we just put it down here, then that's sort of good, but it creates a problem for these people up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slap that down right there. So we've got ourselves a school right there, but the school's influence is limited because what we need to do is, we need to create a route whereby these people can get round to the school more easily. So I'm going to create for them a flyover that works for them. It looks like, no one's using this bit of road right now, so that's fine. So what I need to do is go up and up, and then I need to go up in such a way as we don't demolish these buildings. Yeah, just up one, up one. Did you hear about these new roads? Yeah, new roads, good. So now what we need to do is, I need to be high enough that we're not demolishing. Just don't demolish anything. There we go, that's good. So this is now going to be a road, and we just need to now drop it down in front of the school. So now if we just drop this down to about, that doesn't work. If we drop it down to about, drop this down to about, that's just one building we're demolishing, that's fine. That's more of a concern. Okay, what if I just drop this down to about, what about here? Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's only one building we're demolishing. And then we just feed this into here. Now, as a result of that, this school, if I'm correct, go into the education screen. Oh, yeah, you see, now it still doesn't affect you. But these people over here are now getting better educated. All I need to do is, I don't actually need, new things for them. I need just, if I could just link... Okay, hang on. It's feeding in such a way as the people have to be able to make it to the school. So, if I was to put... Yeah, okay, no, I know what I'm doing, if I was to put now one system from about here-ish, this bit right here, if I put a road to about here, so we now make this go up too as well, over here, not enough money. Oh. Okay, my road system may have been a little bit on the expensive side, I'll agree. When can we take out the next loan? Okay, if we demolish, one house, it doesn't matter so much, because, there's loads of houses already. So that's 1,500. Right, let's just speed up time to get some more money coming in there. Lovely. And then if we just merge these two into each... Wait, hang on. Is that feeding into you? I just want you to feed into... to you. Okay, no. No, not enough. I just want this to feed into this. Okay, that's going to destroy a lot of houses. This is going to destroy relatively few... Oh, that's going to destroy one house. Boom. Done. Okay, so, has that worked? Hang on, what have I... What the bloody hell is that? No, 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 it's fine. It's fine. Look, it's working. It's working. It's working. It's all fine. New services. I don't care. We're lacking in money right now. Okay, so, what I've now done in the education screen is... That's made very little difference. Okay, it's made very little difference, but it is going to be easier for people to make it from here to... No, the problem here is also this system ought to link into this interchange. If I could link this system into this interchange, then as a result, the people who... Now, that wouldn't actually do anyone any good if that system linked into that interchange. I'm just going to check how the traffic's looking, by the way. It's probably... Ah, you see, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. So right now, there's no major demand. Population is ticking up. We've just become a worthy village right now. The mayor is doing well leading the city. Everyone agrees I'm doing a good bloody job. Marvellous. So, this is all looking very, very good. Right, water's starting to get a little bit on the low side, and we're making good money here. So, I'm going to, in the budget, restore, water to its correct amount. We've been given a giant pile of money. We're making a good profit here. This is all looking very, very good indeed. At some point we may need to build like a new power thing, but I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this indeed. Now, the other thing I think we probably ought to do is, the people who are trying to leave the industrial zone, they should have the ability to skip out of town. They should be able to skip out of town, because that would actually be, like, useful for them to not be clogging up the roundabout. So, if I simply create a... one road, like, about here. I mean, these guys will just have to use the roundabout, but that's fine. If I just create, like, one thing that's up here, so... up and up. Then what I need to do is, now we just make this go over here. That costs a lot of money to do. This system is expensive, but it's worth it. It is worth it. So then we just make this go down to here. 2,100. Apparently it's cheaper just to do it this way. And now we make it loop into here. There we go. So now we've got that system looped into there. So now people leaving the industrial zone can get right out of the city, and thus we keep the central roundabout flowing smoothly. Ah, you see, this is all working very, very nicely indeed. Right, so what do we need to make the city grow faster? Because I'd say actually, if we just go over to happiness, commercial's happy, industrial's happy, residents not so happy. Not so desperately happy. What's causing the happiness here? Hang on, let's just have a look-see here. So it's just lack of education. Well, I've built you a flyover. Just go to bloody school. Right, power's starting to become a bit more of a concern. So what I should probably do is I should spend some of this lovely money on one power plant so that stops being a problem. So if I just build a power plant... No, don't destroy the one way into town. That would be a bad idea. Or any of this. Oh, this will do. This is fine. Build that right there. Lovely. So, there we are. That is now built. That should provide us with absolutely flip tons of... that's going to provide us with energy for a long, long time to come. Okay, so I've learned from a school experience. I've learned from that. What I need to do now is if I'm going to provide anyone with, like... How much does a firehouse is 12,000 and a police station is also 12,000. That's absolutely fine. What I've learnt is... Oh, can I take out another loan, by the way? Just take out another loan. Yes, I can. Good. $60,000. That's just what I needed. What I've learnt is fire protection is important. So if I put the fire station just like there, then as a result, that doesn't help that much. So if I was to put the fire station there, then as a result, that does a decent job protecting this area, doesn't do so well for the rest of it. What if I put it... If I put the fire station... Okay, there's a lot of roads inside the residential area. In some ways, that's my fault. So what I need to do is I need to build the fire station. It needs to be about there. Yeah, the fire station needs to be about there. But if what I do after that point is I then have... Yeah, actually, I see exactly how to make this work. So we're going to demolish those two buildings and we're going to build ourselves a fire station right there. That's a fire station, right? Yeah, that's a fire station. Okay, there's a fire station right there. Okay, what we're going to do to make that fire... That is a fire station, right? Yeah, that's a fire station. What we're going to do is we're now going to build a road coming off here that the fire brigade will be able to use. So it's just going to destroy one house... And then what we're going to do is we're going to link up the fire station to hit... Ah, you see. So now when we look at fire coverage, we should have just significantly... Hang on, just give me the... No. Fire. There we go. Ah, you see. Now they can take that new road out here to that bit. Now, that doesn't give them great coverage for here, admittedly. But if I was to create an extra road that looped from here back out to this, then they could loop round and get... Well, that's quite a bit of... Okay, what if I just put that to here and then to... That's... Okay, just loops into here. That's fine. There we go. So now that's just a four-way junction now. So that's okay. I think I may have just destroyed some buildings there. That's fine. We're just going to rezone this as, like, industrial, like, again. You know what? Probably this area here can just be... industrial. That can all be industrial. That's absolutely fine. But now, what I should have done is in the fire department... Yeah, you see. Now the fire department can take the ring road up to the ring road and the buildings are leveling up. People are acknowledging that this is a good way to run a city. Now, healthcare, if I recall correctly, works backwards. That works like healthcare, and you're worried about... What are you worried about? That's police, isn't it? Yeah, you're worried about crime. Okay. Well, that's alright. What I need to do is... hang on, what's the most... I've completely lost track of what the most sensible place to put this is. Probably here. Yeah, that's probably a good place. Right next to the fire station. If we put that there, let's just build a police station there. Boom. That will help with the crime situation. Let's look at medicine, because medicine is... Yeah, medicine works the same as police and fire, but opposite to schools. So if we were to build... What's the... entry point to that? No, that's backwards. If I was to build that across the road here next to this big junction, that should be fine. Yeah, that'll help out a few people. Boom, lovely. So, healthcare for everyone, good. We've now got the basics down. Plenty of power, plenty of water. Everyone's covered by everything, right? Yep, everyone's covered by everything. Well, apart from the fact this area does not have access to... water. What's in demand? Apparently, residential is in demand, partly because I've kind of taken over some of the residential. So this is going to be lower income housing. Unquestionably, this is lower income housing, but it's fine. And this is going to be industrial right there. So that will be fine. There's a bit of demand for residential. So if people are that desperate to move into the city, then they can actually move in, yeah, over to here. Now, this is good, but we're missing opportunities here because there's a much busier road on this side of the city by the looks of things. So what I think we need to do is, how do we hook this into over here? Because this feels like, yeah, if I could just bring all these people in, that ought to significantly increase the amount of kind of traffic and whatever that's coming through the city. So, how are we going to do that? Okay, this can't be too bad. Let's go for some nice high density roads up here. Let's just get some people into this here city. So how much is this going to cost? This is going to cost quite a bit, but when I say quite a bit, I mean like all of the money. It's going to cost a lot of the money. It's worth it. I think it's going to be worth it. So we're just going to spend a bunch of money over to here, like that. There you go. This is possibly slightly excessive in terms of, yeah, the amount of, like, you know, stuff in the city. But now what we need to do is we need to create Roundabout B. That's actually more round. I've got better at making roundabouts now. That, to me, looks way more round than Roundabout A. So now we've got this roundabout right here. We probably also need to bring a... If they're leaving... Okay, let's just kind of do leaving town on the cheap, actually. Let's just do leaving town on the cheap, because... Oh, yeah, that's so much cheaper. So now they kind of... They leave town a bit in the cheap. But, you know, we're making it easy to move in, more difficult to move out. That's a good thing for the city. So, now we just need to hook these areas into each other, which is people who are arriving in the city or people who want to leave now need to be able to get in and out. So we just need to link the two roundabouts. Yeah, if we just link the two roundabouts together, then that would actually make life a lot easier, presumably, for everyone. So the problem is there's not really a good place to link the roundabouts together without demolishing businesses, but I think we can just about... Yeah, I think we can pull it off. So, this now goes over to here, just like round here. This is just, yeah, like that. And now, make that go up 2 levels to here. Yes, 2,900, good. We've spent most of the money, but not like all of it, so it's fine. Lower this. Do we even need those anymore, by the way? I think we're fine, actually. Can we just get that down to ground level? You can see that's slope too steep. Okay, that's... I can see the problem there. Yeah, so that's just the pylons and also one building, I think. And then now I just need to get a way to link this into this. Oh, that'll do. Yeah, that's fine. That only costs 2,400. Boom. Okay, good. So now that's now a, what, 5? Yeah, that's now a 5-way junction. But as long as we've got, like, decent set of traffic lights, and also I feel like we should not have, like, a zebra crossing there. It's fine. But now things can get in and out that way. We just also need to be able to reverse that as well. But that's a little bit on the tricky side. So what I feel like we could probably do instead would be... If we just demolish a house... Yeah, if we just demolish, like, one of these houses around here. Like, around here, yeah. This is fine. And then we'll just make this loop round here and join into here. Yeah, there we are. So now, I know technically people now have to cut through the residential zone to get to roundabout B, but that works too. There is still apparently demand for residential right now. So, residential, I'd say, let's get some more residential on this area. We're just going to expand the residential zone right here. There we go. This is all fine. And also, this sort of an area. All of this could be residential. Let's get some lovely taxpayers in here. Lovely, lovely, lovely taxpayers. There we go. And all of this can be a beautiful, beautiful blue thing when we're ready to go. How much money do we have left? We've got enough money probably to just about pipe this whole area up. So that, I'd say, is good, actually. I'm happy with all of this. And yeah, everything's powered. We don't need to be providing more stuff there. That's good. Good, 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 good. Population's rising. Good profit going on here. Probably we could actually do with... yeah, we could probably actually do with flipping reducing the budget for, like, the fire department and the police and whatever. I'm sure that we don't need, like, all of this yet. And this is... Okay, so the 5-way junction has created some small problems. Some very, very small problems have been created by the 5-way junction. And also this road here that apparently too many people are using. Now, what's the biggest problem we've got going on here? Biggest problem we've got going on is... Why are you just going to exactly there? Why precisely there? Heavy volumes of traffic heading up this way in order to turn left, in order to take the bypass to the industrial zone. Yeah, there must be trucks coming this way. Significant volumes of trucks. Right, so we need to give them a way to not be going... Okay, hang on. I think I need to see how to fix that immediately. I think I can fix that straight away, in fact. So, all I need to do is create a turn off this street, right, that's... Oh, okay, that looks like that's not doing well. Okay, hang on. Now, don't do that. Maybe... If I created a turn off this street... Yeah, actually, if I create an extra junction... Can I go an extra junction off here? No, you can't go an extra junction off here. There's too many junctions there already. Oh, that worked for a second. Yeah, that worked. That worked. Okay, that brings down a thing. That's fine. So, we're just going to create now a way to link this. Yes. Yes. Good. So, now what we've got is there's now Robert Reed Street. So, people turning into Rosemary Street can now instead turn left in order to... Yes, that truck's doing that. And that lets them access the... Wait, what's that again? That's the back... That's the back way in order to access the industrial zone. So that's fine. Yeah, that works well. How's our power and water, by the way? Loads of power, loads of water. That's absolutely fine. Everything's going well here. Something might be slightly on fire. Slightly on. Are you on fire? Yeah, that's on fire. Everyone's happy, though. And, Okay, hang on. Where's the emergency services? The emergency services are, like, round here somewhere. Yeah, we already got the Is the fire department on the move? Fire engines used 1 out of 6. Why do you need that many bloody fire? Yeah, there you go. Okay, now. Now. Let's see how this goes. So, he goes up here. He takes the bypass. No, he's heading over to the... I gave you a bypass to... Oh, I guess that does make sense that you're going that way. Yes. Okay, I see how you're going that way. Oh. Also... You see what happened there. That fire engine put out this fire, then left the house next door still on fire. A second fire engine was dispatched to deal with that, which doesn't feel right, but okay, whatever. Luckily, are you okay? Are you fine, fireman? Yep, job done. Marvellous, well done. Also, something seems to have gone wrong with the power. Why? What happened there? Was there a storm surge or something? Right, demolish that. Fix all of this. This is fine. There you go. Fixed up. Fix up the water stuff. And everything's going alright, isn't it? Yeah, we're just pouring sewage and it's going away. Right, hang on. Just check the pollution here. Yep, the pollution is definitely being pushed away from this city. That's fine. Now, what else do we have around here we can use? We've got some... Well, we've got fertile land. That's kind of cool. Like fertile land. We might be able to create ourselves a nice little... zone there. Yeah, farming industry. Create ourselves some farming over here. Yep, great big farming strip right by the river. That'd be cool. Okay, let's get that done. That would make some money because, yeah, the specialized industries just seem to make tons and tons and tons of money. Now, I don't want people trying to get there having to go through the, having to go actually, like, through the housing estate. So, we're going to have to create a new way out of here like this. Yeah, there we are. So this is now fine. So this is going to go over to here now. We've got enough money to do this. And now what we need to do is, if we just check the... Just leave that on. I'd like if you just leave that on. It would be useful if you could. Yeah. If we just create ourselves, some nice stuff around here, going in this sort of a direction, that's fine. And then also just like a secondary tier going in like over here. And more like over here. So that kind of melts into the other. Then round here, then round to here. There we go. Now those two can just merge back into each other. And then... The problem is they can't really go anywhere. They can't go anywhere at that point. So we'll just merge you round to like here. Can you merge into that as well? No. You merge into here. There we go. That's fine. Now I just need to get this merged into... Yeah, I need to get this to back onto itself, like, as quickly as possible. We can have that be a bit more industry as well. So that's fine. So that can just be farming. All of that can be farming. Now, all of that just needs to basically hook onto there. There we go. That actually worked pretty nicely, I think. And now all of that can now be... Let's just pause time to make sure no one gets the wrong idea here. All of this, in this area, can now be farming land. Good quality farming land. Right, generic creation of industry around here first, including the waste pipe for no well-explained reason. Right, all of this should now be designated as farming. So that's now Holly Hills Farming District. Lovely. So now, if we restart immediately, then we should have some farming popping up there straight away. Yes. Yes, good. Lovely. So there we are. Bread and beyond. There's an orchard, which has found workers. Actually, you know what? Right now, probably, the problem we've got here is... wait, I know exactly the problem we've got here. No, and I know how to fix it too. So, people who want to leave this area should be able to skirt around the edge of this area in order to get straight back to the leaving area. Spot on. Right, so now they can bypass the central roundabout in order... So now we're kind of creating... Yeah, it would actually probably help if we had like a secondary roundabout around the outside of the first roundabout. That would actually be really helpful. Also, it would be really helpful if you had access to water. Because I feel like in many ways, farming needs water in order to like water crops or whatever. Also, back in SimCity 4, there was a bit of an issue where if you did farming, it polluted the water supply. And I've got my farming happening really, really close by to where all my water comes from. So, I kind of hope that that's not a thing in City Skylines. Also, apparently we need residential, like now. Well, that's fine. You can have yourself some residential anytime you want, assuming I can avoid it being this bit over here. This can be where the farm workers live. Marvellous, 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 marvellous. You two as well. Probably we can just dezone that. There we go. Rezone it like that. Marvellous. Now, that should be fine. So that's more residential. The problem is, how does this residential feed into the other residential? Because now what we need to do really is we need to give the people who are working here the ability to bypass the... Yeah, if we just demolish some of these houses, if we basically build this straight through to here, that's going to demolish quite a few houses, mind. Okay. What if we, like, more here to... That's only like 3 houses. That's fine. So now there's a one-way system that lets people from here get out to... Why has that become dezoned? Just rezone that as green. It's fine. Yeah, so now people can cut off Pierce Street to cut through Judy Street, and that lets them turn left, or straight on, actually, in order to get through into the farming district. Which is good. There's demand for farming, and that's going to be fine. Good, 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 good. This is all going to work. How's my bypass gone, by the way? Let's just check on traffic levels here. Okay. The bypass hasn't gone so well, mainly because... How much is trying to get in there? Okay. How do I bypass around that to stop this going wrong? Because I think part of the problem is... Part of the problem is... It's all the traffic coming along here that wants to get potentially onto there. So if I simply... What if these people... What if these people don't want to get onto there? What if these people are just trying to get straight down into the... Okay, I don't know how to fix this. This road's barely used right now. So if I just build a new road that links us from... Is anyone not using... you know, this is fine. If I just build a new road that goes, like, from here and then links into... to here, just destroy that one thing. Yeah, destroy that one road. And this also creates some lovely new residential land everyone's going to want to live on. So now what we need to do is just link this into here. There we go. So now people can use... Wait, hang on. So the people who were coming along here, that was taking them directly into the roundabout. But now we can take the pressure off that because some people can come off here and take this road down here, which gets them into the industrial estate. But while they're passing by... There's no reason why we shouldn't just basically have a shortcut into the industrial estate, like, right here. Because why not? That's fine. So now they can take that right turn, and they'll be right into the industrial estate. That should take the pressure off the 5-way junction here. Though we could also have... Can we just basically have this cut across here for the people who are just trying to do the... No, if we just created like a... Yeah, that's fine. There we are. So now we just have a one-way system there. So people can choose to turn left here in order to get round to... Yeah, that's just a third way to take pressure off the same way. Okay, that should have solved the problem now. Because now I think it's getting worse rather than better. Yeah, now I've created a new almost 5-way junction down there. But that's... How are we going to solve this? If I just build a roundabout bypass inside the roundabout, then that will let me bypass all of this nonsense like this. There's abandoned building, I don't care. Yeah, all I need to do now is I need to build from here. Yeah, because all of the traffic that's coming out of the back of the industrial estate here can now basically, if I just basically skip that to here, yeah, ha 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 ha. Now a whole bunch of traffic doesn't need to go this way because it can go round here instead. And if we were to get more traffic... Actually, if this lane didn't exist, or if there was a junction to let it get over to the traffic that's here, that's just trying to get out of town... Yeah, actually, we can fix that as well. All I need to do here is if I just have a secondary layer of stuff here. Yeah, just break this off like this. Yeah, okay. And if I can just basically come up with a way of making that not destroy everything. So 1,000. I've got plenty of money right now, right? Yeah, I've got plenty of money. It's fine. All I need to do is come up with a way of make this not destroy everything. Not destroy... Not destroy oh, it almost went... Yeah, that's fine. That demolishes, like, one thing, maybe two. That's fine. So now this now can cross over here. This can now cross over here. Aha! Spot on. Right, and now this can now get down to here. Okay, now, that bypass will let the traffic that was coming along here and being pulled into the 5-lane junction, in the event that they just want to get round to the roundabout and leave town, they can now do that by going over the top. I should probably give... That area can just be handed over to commercial. Yeah, that whole area can just be commercial. That's fine. Just give more commercial there. We need more residential. Well, that's fine. This new area I've just created can be residential, as can this bit. It's not exactly good quality residential, but, you know, it's there. This has got water, right? Well, it's mostly got water. That's fine. So that's now residential, which is exactly what the people are just clamoring for. How's my farming district getting on, by the way? Bread and Beyond, the real cereal, ready sliced fruit. Now, how's that done with... Okay, it hasn't helped that much. It hasn't actually helped that much there. Have you ever seen a tornado up front? No, and I hope we don't, because if any of these roads get knocked down, I'm not sure how we actually fix them. I see the problem here. A lack of leisure. No one really has access to leisure right now. Okay, we've got parks. I'm just going to build you some lovely parks at this exact moment in time. Let's get you some parks up. Now, if I recall correctly from last time, bouncy castles are extremely small, but work pretty well for this sort of thing. So, that's going to have... You know what? Screw it. Go. And no, can't afford that space already. It could... Occupied by what? What is that occupying that space? There we go. That's going to demolish... Okay, I don't want to demolish anyone's actual house. Okay, screw it. Your house gets demolished. Boom. Lovely. So how does that do for increasing people's access to leisure? Fine, because mysteriously, unlike, say, doctors' clinics, people are willing to just, like, walk to a bouncy castle if it's close by to them. Which is fine, I guess. Right. Build ourselves a new bouncy castle over there. This shall just be a beautiful, beautiful bouncy castle sort of city where everyone is happy. Unlike our stupid neighbours, Grabbage Fire City. Everyone hates those dicks. Right, water's fine. Power's fine. We will need to keep an eye on that at some point. We need to get working on an education system sooner or later too. So we need to get... We've got the money for a high school right now. No, that costs quite a bit of money. But actually, we're making really, really good money. Weekly income, nice. Let's just get time speeding up here to get some money in the door. I would like to build some really, really nice big high schools here. Just to try and see if we can... Oh... Yeah, I can see how that's not working so well for anyone, but I think we can come up with better than that. But actually, yeah, I've got a plan. Okay, slow it down, slow it down. So, high schools work by, if you put it on a road, then everything before that point, it affects positively. So if I was to slap it down just there, that would be a stupid idea, fine. But yeah, the leaving point is actually around here. Actually, that works pretty well. If I just literally slap it down there, the high school on the actual main thing there, that affects just about everyone, actually. Welcome to our new high school, located right in front of this beautiful, beautiful 6-lane street that is incredibly well thought out. It has a different 6-lane street going straight... Oh, yeah, there we are. The tractors. Oh, yeah. Basically, I've just invited huge amounts of tractors into our city, haven't I? Yes. Yes, I have. Okay, all we need now is more flipping residential. So we can probably just squeeze some residential down the middle of here. What's the most sensible way to do that? Probably just to slap... What the heck is that? Oh, that's just one bouncy castle. Can we squeeze the road in behind the bounce... never mind. You know what? Doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to demolish this one... Okay, not that one house. This one house right here. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. No, unfortunately. Okay, what about this house? Yeah, this house can be demolished, and I think there's one other tiny crappy house right there. Don't worry about that. Just get this round to here. Now round to here, and then round to here. Yeah, there we go. This is nice residential stuff right here. I think we might need to demolish this house here, unfortunately, but that's a shame, but it's fine. So now we just paint all of that as residential. I think that actually that will have good access to all of the... Okay, also I've just got this land around here. I just kind of accidentally painted that bit of land green. Can it be... Why should it not be green? Why would that not be... Okay, you know what? There's demand for residential. All of this around here can be residential, but I'm going to need to figure out how to hook this in to some of, like, the public facilities, because right now these guys have basically not got anything. Yeah, you know what? Screw it, why not? Screw it, screw it, screw it. All of you up to a certain point. Up to a certain point. Yeah, like right there. That can all be residential. But in order to get that fixed into there, I'm going to need to get the education system. Yeah, if I put the... No, stop driving up there. That's So the school... If I put a road from... Because it's everyone... The school... It's everyone who's got to drive to the school. So if I was to put at the end of this road a loop over to here... Yes. Yes, that would mean these guys get positively impacted by the school. So I've just got to create a flyover from... Okay, nobody build their house, like, right now. Because I've got a plan. Okay, okay. We'll spare your house. Fine, you get spared. Right, up here. Yeah. Okay, now up. Up, 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 up. To... Okay, we're just going to demolish a couple of houses. It's fine. So through here. Through here. Through here. And now to... Just to here. Right, so... That system now means if I'm... correct, that should... Yes. So now school is now going to pass its benefit over there. How's health doing right now, by the way? Health is... There's fire... Yeah, fire's there, but it's not doing that much good work. Probably we're good for another firehouse, because fire does kind of get out of control and burn everything down. I have witnessed that in the past. If I just put you about here-ish... That's not bad coverage, actually. If I just slap it right there. Yeah, okay. If I now create a through thing for the firemen to drive from here to here. Yeah. No, can't do it from there. Can I do it from here? Yeah. Okay. Now, if you can cut through there, that now means that the fire department can get to... Yes, now that area is safer. Lovely. Now, police department... Probably, they kind of work the same way as fire, so if I just kind of shove that down to the same place, right, that should be... That should have about the same... No, it won't, because I can't afford it. Well, that's fine. We've got fire coverage. That's the important thing. And we've got loads of education. And we're still making tons of money. Everything is good. This is exactly what we need to be seeing. This city's actually working. Now, did my bypassers help out the problem with... Okay, that's less red than it was. That used to be more red than it is currently. So basically, I've fixed it. I've totally 100% fixed that. I'm a genius. This is actually working. People are happy. Population's going up. Leisure is good. Everything's under control. We've got good fire coverage. There's small amounts of noise pollution from the farms, but that's okay. Crime is well under control, quite frankly. Value of properties is going up. We need more workers, but that's okay. Now, I concede we could probably do with some more education going on here, because there's a load of... Actually, would shoving a school on the... Ooh, Boomtown, nice! That gets me, hopefully, like, more money or something. Yeah, it gives me a pile of money as a starting point. Bus depots. Ooh, bus depots! That could solve the problem. Now, in terms of schools, yeah, there's a really uneducated area around here. If I just slap down a basic school here, and then... Yeah, this area around here could also become residential. And then schools, it's people have to be able to get to schools. So if I then just put a loop for here, yeah, into here, then this should work, right? If I can just... okay, no, maybe not quite there. Yeah, about more like here. That's just one building to be demolished. That's fine. That's okay. Now, that means the education level, yes. So now the education level is now going to go round over here too. So that education's good. Apparently you don't have water. Do you have water? Yes, you actually don't quite have water. Right, give you some pipes. That's fine. Everyone shall have water. The basics shall be provided here. And as the demand... Well, there's a little bit of demand for residential. It's not huge. Like, it's a bit... It's a little bit. Let's have a little bit more over here. Why not? Let's have more residential around the outside. Screw it. This can just be the crappy residential bit. No one really wants to be here. But, like, you know, if you have to live here for work or whatever, you go, oh, this is working. This is... It's horrible, but it's not as much of a disaster as I was expecting. Also, these nice people over here can have a really big park. Yeah, really big park. What even sort of park was that? That was a dog park. Hope you've got dogs. If you haven't got dogs, get dogs. Dogs are great. Power supply is starting to get a little bit on the low side. We've got this lovely river here. Let's just flipping stick some electro turbines or whatever in it. Yeah, there we go. 12,000. Sure, build a new thing there. Now, far be it from me to accuse Mary of running an elaborate scam here for tax purposes, but Mary's livestock does appear to have no livestock. Or any gates, any buildings, anything at all, in fact. It's just an empty lot. Yet apparently, it employs 3 people. So I can't help but suspect a tax scam here. Now, we've got a couple of abandoned buildings here, but that's not too surprising. They're being abandoned because, yeah, basically lack of educated workers. We're getting educated workers into the system as quickly as we can. Quite frankly, I think we're doing a good job on the old education front. We've actually got some all-right-ish coverage. We've got some good coverage for the high schools. That's going to start coming through over time. We've got some okay coverage for the elementary schools, and obviously we're not going to have a university for some time yet. Instead, let's just try and sort out the problem. Actually, buses are going to work well here, because I can just slap down the bus stops at key interchanges, of which there are many, and that should sort this out really well. Yeah, this could work. Right, just slap down a bus depot, like, wherever there's space. There's loads around there. Yeah, there we are. Bus depot around there. Good. Start slapping down bus stops, lines, whatever. So, start a new line here. Have this new line... Oh, that's right at the end, isn't it? Okay, fine. That's okay. Now we need to just add a stop close by to some of these things round here. Now, add a stop round here. Have the bus line cut through the... Yeah, if the bus line now goes to here and drops people off for work and can also drop people off around here as well, then it can come back out round to here, stopping just before the death junction. Then it goes into the death junction and stops people there. Yeah, that's good. And then it can just go round the long way, and I'm assuming there's a way for it to get back to here at some point or other, right? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there we go. Then drop people off at this junction. No, not around there. Round here. Then here. Then complete the line. That there is actually a sensible-ish bus route. Yeah, that works. So get that underway. Lovely. Yeah, screw it. Let's just get all the power and water usage stuff underway. Lovely. So that will actually give us a bit of leeway in our power and water management. And, ooh, that was... Okay, that might have been a little bit on the expensive side, but it's fine. We've still, you know, we've got plenty of money, sort of. And, okay, we may have... Okay, that may have been too much. We're actually in debt from the policies. Okay, I've changed my mind. We don't do any of that. Guys, turn off all of the policies. No smoke detectors at all. If it catches fire, that's what we're paying firefighters for. Quite frankly, having smoke detectors and firefighters just feels like a needless duplication of cost. We have one or the other. Take your pick. Right, check everyone's health. Everyone's health is fine, with the exception of all of these buildings here, which are mysteriously not healthy, despite the fact that they are literally, like, these guys especially are really, really close by to... It's weird. Your neighbours are really healthy, but for some reason you're not. Okay. What's going on in this particular tiny bit of the town where everyone's unhealthy? And also this one tiny bit of the town where everyone's really, really bloody miserable. And there's just corpses stacking up, apparently. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. We've got a cemetery now. Just shove everyone in the cemetery. Okay, we can afford maybe one policy. Let's do the power usage thing. There we are. Moderately reduced power usage. Let's see what that does. So right now we're on like plus 4,000. Yeah, it's going to tick down a little bit. But that's under control. Yeah. 4,300. It's going to keep dropping. Just accelerate time to see if that happens. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's really, really expensive to do, damn it. It keeps dropping. It's dropped from, like, to -1. That's so expensive. That's so ridiculous. Why would I ever do that? I'm spending more on moderately reducing power usage than I'm spending on the police, the fire, the education, and health combined. That's utterly, utterly mad. Why would I not just build a new flipping power station? Speaking of which, screw it, let's just do that. There we are, we'll just shove one in the middle of the river. Lovely. Game's prompting me to consider building a short radio mast so I can communicate with my citizens in the event of a disaster. But as I can't really afford or can't be bothered to build disaster response units or shelters, basically the message I'd be broadcasting would be, by the way, we're completely unprepared, you're all screwed. So there's probably not much point. To be honest, hearing nothing is probably more reassuring than that.
Warning. Experts predict an earthquake could hit the area soon.
Okay, that's a concern. Because we've got no preparation. Okay, how bad is that gonna be? Okay, well basically, if we start demolishing buildings now, then it won't be a problem when the earthquake hits, will it? No, okay. How bad is an earthquake? Of 6.7 feels like a high number. Like, we don't really have earthquakes in Britain. Like, we have tiny... Okay. That's moderately bad. That's moderate... Okay, everything's caught fire. Everything's caught fire. All of that just destroyed. Okay, this is actually significantly worse than the tornado we had last time. But we've got... Okay, it's getting worse. It's getting worse here. Way to go, man. Cornfields are the way to go. Thank you, Kathleen Parker. I'm glad you're focusing on the important stuff right now. So everything's on fire. Everything's on fire, and a massive fissure has just opened up, which has completely destroyed huge swathes of... Oh. But let it never be said that this mayor does not look at every crisis and say that's an opportunity. I've got a plan. All we need to do here is lower this here bit round here. If we just do that, hang on. Is that going to do what I think it's going to do? The water should start going... Oh, no, because that's uphill. And water doesn't go uphill. I mean, it's going... Oh, maybe it does. Maybe water does go up. I think it is. I think the water's actually... This doesn't feel like how water should act. But the water is actually vaguely going uphill right now. Yes, good. Good. That's spot on. So, everything's screwed and on fire. How much is on fire? How's the... I mean, we've actually got 2 fire departments right now. But they can't actually get to the fire. They can't get to the fire because of the giant chasm. Okay, how's the water system? How easy is that to fix? At the bare minimum. Can we fix that? Yeah, okay, so we can fix that. That's okay. And then we've got... That's the bigger problem. Yeah, if we just fix that, that should sort all the water problems immediately. Okay, also... Apparently, we left you out of the water grid, so that's fine. We'll fix that now. The fire department should be handling this. The fire department should have this under control. I have given these people lots and lots of flipping resources for this, so... Come on to that for a second here. Fire engines used 5 out of 6. Okay, fire engines used 4 out of 6. Okay, just use all of them. Seriously, today, just use all of them. It's fine. I don't mind if, you know, you're a little bit on the wasteful side. Don't leave a couple back here, just in case someone calls about a cat stuck up a tree. It's absolutely fine. Maybe we just start demolishing some of this stuff. Yeah, I feel like that street's just not... Oh, that building was fine, sorry. I mean, that's just, you know, really embarrassing and unfortunate, isn't it? Like, you know, you survived the earthquake, and then when the cleanup crews come, they sort of accidentally demolish your house. Right, well, this is screwed, and that street's screwed, and that's... What does that even mean? Does it mean bus stop? I mean, a bus stop? Yeah, that's a bus stop. Everyone's using... Ooh! Everyone's using the flipping buses. Kind of, anyway. Yeah, we're going to have to build some new flipping things here. Some new flipping streets in order to link everything back to what it was originally. How did the road... Does anyone remember how the road system went? I think it was something like this. That doesn't feel right at all, does it? No. This sort of went like this. Right, and now the fire engines can actually get to the... Oh, now more stuff's on fire. Good. Well, the game is claiming we've still got problems with... I think there might still be some... No, I don't care about fixing the road right now. We need to fix the water supplies. Now, that should get water flowing back into the system, right? There we go. There we go. Good. That's the piping system all fixed back together. That should be all of that done. Bunch of fires being put out. Yeah, actually. Pretty happy with this. The fire department has done a good job. The city has, I think, mostly-ish survived. In fact, after surprisingly little amounts of fixing, the city's broadly back to functioning. A couple of tiny buildings need demolishing. There's been a small amount of crime while the police have been busy with dealing with all of the screaming and on fire and whatever, but broadly, pretty much everything seems to be back to work. Need to fix a couple of streets, mind. And they were working so... Wait, hang on. Wait, what? How does the... Wait, what? Wait, hang on. How does... Does anyone remember how the road system works in this city? I think the road system might have just... Wait, wait, no, wait, hang on. The road system does... Is the road system always like... Does anyone remember how the... I can't remember how... How did this happen? How did... Alright, screw it. You know what? We'll just build this to here. And then, like, this to... Here? Does that make sense? I think that makes about as much sense as anything else we've already done. And with that, I'm now determined to make this work. We're going to make this work. This is going to be made to work, damn it. Even if I have to, yeah, if we just lower the land here. This is pretty cheap to do, actually. If I just lower the land here, we just keep this land going down. We're just swimming in money right now. I am going to turn this from a disaster into a flipping tourist attraction. Okay, for whatever reason, the cost of building ridiculously massive actual canals is really, really bloody low. Which I'm thrilled about. Because that means, yeah, we can just basically get this going super fast and easy. And there we are. The completely pointless canal is complete. We have taken the giant fissure and just turned it into a giant canal. And also, hang on, there's something else broken. Hang on, something else broke. That's probably bad for some reason. Actually, no, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter that that broke during the earthquake. And now everyone's just got a canal to... Oh, yeah, I didn't fix that either. Hang on, I need to fix that probably. Yeah, everyone's just got a canal, which is fine. Admittedly, it's a bit difficult to build. Can I build, like, bigger bridge? I might need a bigger bridge just to... Yeah, I might need a bigger bridge just to get across here. You must be able to... There must be a way of crossing a bloody canal. Admittedly, the canal district has certain slightly illogical things going on in it, and I've completely bloody lost track of what the road network does. So there's the... Wait, there's... Then that goes... But if that... Okay, so basically, ladies and gentlemen, I have done somehow much better and much worse than I anticipated. I have created a terrifying map maze, and yet somehow it's actually sort of working. It actually survived a major earthquake, and we have rebounded, and everything looks good, apart from that bit. Something's wrong with that bit, but I don't care about that bit. I'm just going to move. Yeah, there we are. I moved the camera, now we can't see that bit. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I am clearly a bloody genius, and all one-way systems is absolutely the new meta in this game. Go and inform the City Skylines communities and forums immediately, for they need to know that they've been playing this game all wrong for bloody years at this point. And sure, some people may look at this and say, this is clearly madness, this is clearly utterly, utterly terrible, what the bloody hell do you think you're doing? And to that, ladies and gentlemen, I say one simple thing. Would you rather live in Grabbage Fire City? No, I thought not. Thank you very much, and goodbye. You know, I really hope we've agreed open borders with Japan, by the way, otherwise they have basically just invaded. I may have picked the wrong fight over... Yep. And my cities, of course, have got even more flipping high-tech. They're mysteriously still completely dependent on, you know, an aqueduct. Now, I'm not saying your entire army is mostly already dead, but it kind of actually is.